Hey, welcome back. Let's do a flip through of my Everyday Carry notebook and my collection pages. We'll start with my Everyday Carry notebook. I've done a ton of these, so I won't spend too much time on it. A few months ago, I changed this cover out to this dark brown from this camel, just for some variety, just to try something new. This is still a really good cover, and I may go back and forth. I'd like to get the olive green one too, so that, if I get bored with this one, I can switch it out. I think it's good to add some variety so that it kind of stays fresh. Try something new. I like the dark brown. It is starting to kind of patina and show some wear, and I like that. And it's getting a little bit overstuffed, but I am this time around trying to be neater with it. I left this laying on my desk with my concealed carry permit, my driver's license, a card, a debit card, and drove home without my driver's license or my concealed carry permit. But I wasn't carrying at the time, but that didn't matter. But I didn't have my driver's license with me. That did matter. And so I just kind of had to get in the habit of, hey, this is my wallet. And I've got to stick that in my pocket or in my sling bag and not just drive away with it. It's a wallet, and you need to have your wallet with you. Carry some cash in there. Spare elastic, a Band-Aid, some stamps. I think I've got maybe a paper clip and a, what do you call these things? Safety pin for wardrobe malfunctions, which I've never had one, but if I ever had one, I've got a safety pin. Post-its, I still use tons and tons of Post-its. I couldn't get through a day without writing a lot of Post-its, and I'm still using paper clips to bundle pages together so that it just makes it easier to flip through. I like these little Post-its. Those make good bookmarks, and they also are good for just little reminders to yourself that you can stick in through here. So I go straight from my spending tracker, and I've got some receipts in there that I need to log, to my current monthly spread, which is February. And on here, I've just got things that, big things that I need to be aware of, and things that I need to schedule my life around. I keep an Outlook's calendar, and in my Outlook's calendar, that's where I've got all the little details. But other people have access to my Outlook's calendar, and I don't want other people knowing all my business. So it's good to have another calendar. I don't need my coworkers to know when my dentist is or when my lodge meetings are. And then I go straight from here to the day, my dailies. So I don't have to flip through all these other days that I filled out or these other months in here. I just need to go from my current month to my current day, done. And that makes it really convenient and organized. So that's a good thing. And so here I've used almost an entire page just for one day. And I'm really stingy with paper in a way that kind of bothers me. But I'm kind of getting over that. I'm saying, hey, I've got room. So here I used half or most of a page for Monday, used most of a page for Tuesday, and I said, hey, I've got this paper down here, so I just made Wednesday one day. So that made me feel better that I wasn't wasting paper. I use dot grid paper just because I like it. And I use my little Pacific Arc Pocket Master. This is the PT 352. I use that, and really the only thing I use it for is drawing lines or making that little rectangle. But there's a lot of other little symbols on there if you like to use symbols. And I've got another pocket in the back. You saw me make that. And I'm using that for just, like parking tickets. Not parking tickets, but, if you park in a garage and you need to hang on to the ticket or I use business cards, put business cards back there. I really enjoy this. I really do. And I like to use this just to bundle big pages together. That works well. And I'm still using a Pentel Sharp pencil. This is the 1.3 millimeter lead, and this was a gift from a viewer, Ariel. Really appreciate that, and it's come in really good. And I like the grippy section. I was using another Pentel Sharp, and you've seen these. These are the 0.9 millimeter. This is the P209, and I like that, but I really like this grippy section too. And the thicker lead is better for somebody like me that's really heavy-handed. So there you go. Let's go to my collection pages. So collection pages. I am using the bullet journal method to kind of organize my journaling, my everyday carry notebook. And in the bullet journal, there is a section for collection pages. Well, I wanted to keep this really streamlined. I don't want to carry my collection pages around with me. So I started another journal with just collection pages. So let's go through that. Okay, in here I've got a few things. I've got a cigar journal, cigar and pipe journal, and it has turned into more of just a collection of cigar bands. And I'm not keeping a whole lot of detailed notes, but I do really enjoy the artwork on cigar bands. Some of them are really, really beautiful. And it is a reminder of the cigars that I enjoyed, the ones that were kind of not so much. These are all pipe tobaccos. There are more cigar bands. Arturo Fuente, excellent. Oliva, I really like those cigars. I don't know why I don't get more of them. Don't know why I'm keeping my factory smoke. That's not necessarily something to be proud of. These are, if you don't know about cigars, these are kind of really, really budget, they're called yard gars. They're cigars you would smoke while you mowed the lawn. This was really beautiful. Look at the artwork on that. Really nice. And I am keeping some notes on the flavors that I am experiencing. I downloaded a flavor wheel from Hoyt's Cigar because I'm not very expressive and it's hard for me sometimes to find the words to explain what I am experiencing. Very nice. And these are two cigars, I've got two more, that are made by a couple of Masons. And this is the Entered Apprentice. So that's more of a mellow cigar, beginner cigar. This is the Grand Architect. That is a much more full-bodied cigar. And the artwork on this is also really good. And if you know anything about masonry, some of those symbols there, you might know what they are. They're not a secret. They're on the internet. Rocky Patel. Enjoyed these. I got them on a good sale and ordered maybe 10 of them, and they're really good. Perdomo's is really good. And right now, Monte Cristo Whites is what I am enjoying. And yeah, they're pretty good. Next, spirits. I'm sampling different bourbons just to find my bourbon, the one I like. So again, I downloaded another flavor wheel. This one is the bourbon flavor wheel, just to help me, kind of a cheat sheet. And what have we got here? Elijah Craig, small batch, that's kind of my go-to. And a couple of wild turkeys, and I haven't taken any tasting notes on the wild turkey or the bullet, but I will. And really that's all. I don't drink much. I drink like a finger, like if that's the glass, about that much. Once a week, maybe not even once a week. But I savor it and I smell it and I take little sips and taste it and try to pick out the flavors. And then I quit. That one little bit, taste the flavor. So it takes me forever and ever and ever to finish a bottle of bourbon because I just don't drink that much. I just taste. I don't really drink, I taste. And then in here, I also have my reading list. This is 2024. I read actually more. There were some that I just didn't log in here. 11 books that I wrote down. I think I read a couple of Sherlock Holmes books, and I just didn't write them down there. But I'd read them before. And it's really sloppy. I didn't do a good job of keeping things neat in here. So for my 2025, I've kind of told myself, just like I did for my Everyday Carry notebook, I'm going to try to be a lot neater and give myself permission to kind of spread out a little bit if I need to. So far this year, I've read The Hobbit. This is like the 5th or 6th time I've read The Hobbit. The Hobbit is my comfort book. I read that usually when I'm stressed out. If I'm going through a period of my life where there's a lot of stress, I'll read The Hobbit, and I can just kind of get lost in that book. Currently, I'm in the middle of the 21-day immunity plan. I didn't write down the author of that. It's a book on how to eat to kind of boost your immunity system. And also read Billy Budd Sailor by Herman Melville. I've read that before, but I was a kid when I read it, so I picked it up again. And I think I've read a Zane Grey kind of in January, and I need to add that in here. But this is what it's going to look like for 2025 if I can just remember, take your time, write neatly. And lastly is inks and pens. And if you've been watching my pen and ink reviews, you've probably seen these. And this is just scribbles of the different pens. And I forgot to write down when I'm doing a pen review or an ink review. I forget to write down what the pen or ink is. So I have no idea what that is. I just don't know. I think that is this Pilot ink. I believe that's what that is. That looks about like it. But I don't know if there was a particular pen that I was reviewing. This is this Pilot ink, this sky blue stuff. Really pretty ink. And you've seen this too if you've been watching my videos. And I think this year I will, because I haven't done any this year, I will start here and I'll be neater. I'm gonna really work on my penmanship and try to be neater, and I will try to remember to write the pen and the ink, and then I'll test it out underneath that. So there you go. I like this size for a collection, but I don't necessarily like it for an everyday carry. It's too big for me, and the size being really narrow and tall, I don't know. I just can't wrap my mind around it. So I think I like, my little passport size for my everyday carry notebook. And for writing notes in the office, hang on, I use a Rhodia, just a big, this isn't the A5, this is like I don't know what it is, but it's bigger. And it is more of it's got this format for actually taking notes and I write the time down on this side, and then I write my meeting notes in here. Now I take a ton of notes. I'll fill up sometimes 2 or 3 pages a day of just meeting notes. So I use this, and then I use my everyday carry notebook, and then I leave this at home and I journal in that. And I haven't done a review lately, but I've been doing a journal in this bullet journal, proper bullet journal, and the bullet journal, I think they call this the pocket. And I've been doing a kind of a year-long project, which I'm struggling to be consistent with it, but I'm really trying. the handbook for new Stoics, and I'm trying to do these 52 week by week exercises. I'll be honest with you, I've not been doing every week. I don't know, but I keep trying, and I enjoy it, and I get a lot out of it. But it's been a struggle for me to be consistent. Life just gets in the way, and I forget. So I need to be better at that for 2025. So there you go. Catch you on the next one. Bye.